Now, in growing your $1 million turnover business to a $2 million turnover business, you're going to need to outsource more than you have until now. You can get away with not outsourcing things while you're growing, and in the early stages of growth, you didn't have the money to just throw at something and go, right, make this problem go away. You had to micromanage things yourself because you didn't have the budget. Whereas now, you either do have the budget or you need to change what's going on in your profitability so that you will have the budget, because you simply can't scale without getting good at taking chunks of your business and making other companies responsible for that and then holding them to account. Now, I work with dozens of contractors, literally dozens of contractors a year. And in doing that, I've been able to make it so that our core staff aren't dealing with 1,000 little peripheral issues all the time. It means they can deal with the things that actually matter, the things that we need to be really on point with, making sure that the client experience or the customer experience is really positive, and without having to go and do a whole stack of meaningless tasks. So for example, do you think we do our own cleaning? Obviously not. Now, back when we were a $1 million business, we did do our own cleaning because it needed to be done and we did it. Whereas now at our size, if I get one of our staff to be doing the cleaning, well, one, I'm saying to them, that I don't care about specializing their roles. I'm just making us all become generalists again, which you can't afford as you scale. Everyone's got to become more and more specialized. But two, I'm giving them a job that they don't want to do, and I'm paying them probably what I could pay someone else. And I'm using my experienced staff to do a task that anyone could do. So we outsource our cleaning. Or say this video, do you think I'm going to edit this video myself? Not likely. I wouldn't even have the skills. I'll pass this video off to a friend of mine. He does an amazing job. He's probably edited 100 of my videos in the past. He knows exactly what I want. He knows exactly what I need. He's got all the tools. Why would I want to go and edit this video myself? I can't think of anything more destructive than that. Another thing that I really doubt that you've outsourced at this stage is your accounting. Now, when you're a $1 million business, you're really doing your own accounting, your own bookkeeping. You're trying to keep that accounting bill low. Whereas as you scale, accounting is no longer just to keep the tax office happy. Accounting as you scale is also about looking at where your profits are coming from and what needs tweaking. And you do that with really good data, and really you need an accountant to do that for you. One of the most liberating things in our business recently has been just taking all of our accounting and just going, right, you guys sort this for us. And so we're not even doing our own bookkeeping anymore. I mean, my wife looks over the figures each month, or I look over every couple of months all the figures that are coming through, just making sure that nothing looks weird. But the day-to-day stuff's not done by us anymore. And we're no longer sending emails back and forth to each other of, oh, can you charge this cost to such and such an account? I mean, really, that's not how we wanted to be spending our time. But when it comes to marketing, that's hard to outsource, especially because if you're the business owner or if you're right up high in management, you know the message that needs to go out to the world. And you can't really take that message and just give it to someone who's you're just outsourcing to and go, right, make it happen. It doesn't work like that. Your marketing message is going to need to be very carefully outsourced. And how do you do that? You do it by outsourcing the delivery of the message, but you need to stay in control and be the storyteller of what that message is. So whatever your means of communicating your marketing message, whether it be website, Facebook, whatever you're doing that gets that message out there, you can give that to others, but make sure you stay in control of what the message is so that you're owning the message, you're working with the message, but you're not delivering the message and you're not working with the means or the medium to do that. Because really a business has two functions. One is to market well, the other is to deliver well. And so you want to make sure that you're not just handing that over to someone random, hoping they're going to do a good job. So where outsourcing gets a bad name is where you've got people who do a poor job of outsourcing. Okay, now there's a lot of different things you've got to factor in before you just hand something over to someone. Firstly, make sure you've got the right person with the right skills, and make sure they've done a few test cases. Make sure that they've demonstrated reliability and quality. And then you've also got to make sure that the price is right, because there is a point at which the price becomes excessive and you are better off keeping it internal. Now, a lot of the outsourcing that my friends do and that I do as a business owner is through a platform called Upwork. Upwork is just a way of using contractors from all over the world. Now, the way it works is you just log online, you write in what the job is that you want done, and a few people apply for it. Sometimes a dozen people apply for it, and then you go through, you interview them, and you give them a test case or two to make sure they know what they're doing, and then you give them the work. I've also been using other contractors overseas for parts of my marketing. Don't just think I have to employ people from this country to get my work done, because the world doesn't work like that. And there's a lot of people who are in this country who are going to charge you a lot more to deliver the same quality of product. And with profitability being one of your goals, you don't want to do that. Now, as you scale from a $1 million business to a $2 million business, the scale of outsourcing goes up again. So whereas when I was a $1 million business, I was outsourcing to individual contractors, now that we're bigger, I can't keep doing that because one contractor is not reliable. I need to have a team of contractors. So I'm now outsourcing to companies or agencies instead of just one person. And to be honest, that's hard to do because you get very attached to these people and they matter to you and you get to know them well, but there is a time where you've outgrown the ability for one person to deliver. Because if they get sick or if they go away on holidays, who keeps things functioning? You're no longer at the scale where you can just take something back for a few weeks while they go away. So that's why as you get further down the path, you need to be outsourcing to groups, not just to one person.